All right, anyhow, that brings us now, very official, right here. You know what we need, guys? Could you get me big index cards that say Carton Show on it?
Oh, those are cool.
Oh, and get some for Victor, too.
Yeah,
all right.
Can I have anything?
Yeah, what happened?
Can I have anything?
You got a mug, dude.
I do have a mug.
Yeah, I mean, that's one a year. You get one gift a year.
Okay.
All right, here are the Carton Show top 5 winners thus far in this NFL offseason, okay? Number 5, let's start right with the Dallas Cowboys. Stephon Gilmore, more name than substance. He's had his best games behind him, I think. But having him on the opposite side of Diggs makes them a better defense. Getting Brandon Cooks makes them a better offense. Dallas Cowboys, number 5.
I don't know if I love this one. I don't think Brandon Cooks necessarily moves the needle for them. I don't know if Stephon Gilmore, it gives them another piece over there.
Yeah.
I don't know if they necessarily are a winner in this trade. I think they're a mosey alonger. Is that a thing?
I can see
they're
that.
just mosey
along.
Yeah,
They see what I did there? That's a good one.
They're still falling down, but they're just falling forward.
You made
Yeah, I think
mosey
they
in a
just-
verb? Okay,
Yeah,
right.
I like that.
Mosey along.
Isn't mosey kind of already a verb?
I think so.
Not mosey along.
Somehow it works.
Hey, Tex, you want to mosey along with me and the guys? All right, so that's number 5. Number 4. I think the Chicago Bears have had a really good offseason. They trade the number 1 pick to Carolina, and not only do they get a boatload of picks, they also got DJ Moore, so the wide receiver room is already and infinitely better. They've spent $158 million on free agents. They got Nate Davis. They got DeMarcus Walker. They got Tremaine Edmonds from Buffalo. They will be a much better team. And I thought this was a key part of this. They made it very clear. Justin Fields is their franchise quarterback.
He's absolutely their guy, and as he should be. And I think DJ Moore gives them a legitimate threat, somebody that Justin Fields can rely on. And we know Justin Fields likes to move outside the pocket a little bit. DJ Moore is a guy that loves creating after the play. And that's something that Justin Fields does often. And he's got his guy that he can throw the ball to when that happens.
All right, number 3, the New Orleans Saints. Getting Derek Carr makes them the favorite right now, in my opinion, to win the NFC South. They also brought in Jamal Williams from the Lions. He only led the league in touchdowns last year. And don't forget, they also have the Denver Broncos first-round pick as part of the compensation for Sean Payton becoming the head coach in Denver. I think the Saints have had a very good offseason.
Yeah, I agree. I think Derek Carr adding that leadership capability, adding that veteran leadership. He's been around. He's seen a bunch of games. I think it makes them infinitely better immediately.
All right, I'm going to butcher a name. I don't want to butcher the name, but I'm going to butcher the name because I have a tough time saying the name.
Oh, God.
The number 2 team, as far as offseason, the New York Giants have had a really good offseason.
Talk about
Danny Jones is back.
Talk about
I thought they overpaid him, but okay, he's back. Saquon Barkley under the franchise tag. You got Paris Campbell, gives them wide receiver depth. Darren Waller, obviously, if he's healthy, is a game-changing, dynamic tight end. And then they also signed a new linebacker. This is the name I have a tough time with. Bobby Kerkere? I can't say it. I apologize.
Don't we have a Troy for this?
Oh, how do you say it, Troy?
Kerike.
Oh, Kerike?
Yeah. All right, you, Troy, that a baby.
Good sign.
Great. Whoever that is, good
Now,
sign.
the Giants have had a very productive offseason. They really
Yeah, I
have.
agree. I think bottom line, Daniel Jones just needed help.
Yeah.
And I think they went out and got him help in free agency this year. And did they overpay? Maybe. I think the market's just the market, and I think he kind of hit it in the perfect timing.
He did.
I think it was the perfect storm for him. But yeah, I think we needed that help. See, I said the we thing there, but
It's okay, you're allowed.
We needed help offensively, and we provided that with still the draft to come and some other moves, so I'm excited.
Yeah, and the number 1 offseason winner this year, the Carolina Panthers.
Oh, wow.
Carolina gets Frank Reich. They get Thomas Brown to be their OC. They bring in Ejiro Evero as their new defensive coordinator. But beyond that, they get the number 1 overall pick from the Bears. So they get their choice of the young stud quarterbacks coming out in the draft. They get Adam Thielen. They get Miles Sanders. Andy Dalton, veteran presence, just to hold on to the job until that young quarterback is ready to go, whether it's Bryce Young or C.J. Stroud or whomever, Anthony Richardson, whomever it might be. They get Von Bell to be their new starting safety. They had a Hayden Hurst at tight end. And while they are going to struggle, because teams like them typically struggle, especially when they hand the reins off to whomever their first-round draft pick is going to be. The Carolina Panthers a week ago had no talent. Now they've got some talent.
Yeah, they definitely got some talent. And although they don't necessarily have their quarterback, I think Andy Dalton is a veteran guy that's going to be there and kind of will steady the ship until it's time. But they made a ton of moves to be better. Adding a guy like Adam Thielen into that locker room really changes things. And I'm excited to watch them play this year, see what happens.
All right, so there's your top 5 offseason winners: Cowboys, Bears, Saints, Giants, and Panthers.
Craig.
Yeah.
If the Aaron Rodgers thing goes through and he's officially a Jet, does that list change?
Yeah, they become number 1.
That's what I figured.
But they don't have him yet.
But you just put another team up there with no quarterback.
Yeah.
That's the number 1.
Oh.
They've made a lot of acquisitions, and they're going to get a stud quarterback there.
Can you remind me, Craig, what's the most important position in football again?
Quarterback.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much, sir. Appreciate that.
All right, here's also now your bottom 5. The 5 teams in the NFL that thus far have had the worst off-season this particular year. Number 5, the Atlanta Falcons.
Yes.
How they don't go after Lamar Jackson is mind-bogglingly stupid.
Insane.
Right now, they've got 3 quarterbacks on their roster. Taylor Heineke, who I do like a little bit.
I do like
Desmond Ridder, who can't play dead. And Logan Woodside, who's going to be selling life insurance in about 3 months.
Jeez.
No disrespect.
Wow.
No, right?
None?
I mean, it's embarrassing. It's embarrassing. They're an embarrassing franchise. They should sell to the founder of Lowe's. It's that bad for them. You have to do a little deep research on that.
You know, I'm sure he was really disrespected for a second, but then you said no disrespect, so we're all cool.
Yeah, exactly right. No disrespect, Mr. Woodside, but insurance is not a bad way to go.
My
All right, number 4. These guys can be number 1 every year. They're a dysfunctional franchise. The Washington Commandos.
No question about it.
They have Jacoby Brissett right now,
like it.
and Sam Howell as their potential starting quarterbacks. In the NFC East, by the way.
Yeah.
And by the way, Lamar Jackson's available. You nincompoops. That's what they are.
Yeah, as a Giants fan, I'm just relishing in this.
Yes, I'm with you on that. Screw them. Exactly right. All right, number 3, worst offseason thus far. This is not personal. This is factual. I take all emotion out of the show on a daily basis.
I'm sure you do.
As you guys have come to know. The Philadelphia Eagles.
Oh, weird.
They lost their offensive coordinator. They lost their defensive coordinator. They lost Javon Hargrave, defensive tackle. They lost C.J. Gardner-Johnson, their starting safety. They lost Miles Sanders, Gardner Minshew, T.J. Edwards, Marcus Epps. But they did bring back the guy with the most viral hold in the history of the NFL in former Giant James Bradbury. And it does look like Darius Slay is going to play for them again. They have not re-signed Jalen Hurts just yet. They have an old offensive line, and there's still 5 more free agents that they're probably going to lose.
Again, as a Giants fan, I'm relishing in this one, too.
You're like Gargamel.
Yeah.
You got that Gargamel like
That's right.
What a timely reference.
That's right, the Smurfs.
I know what the reference is
Did
from.
you know that? Much like the Muppets, the Smurfs took Manhattan.
Oh, I did not know
true
that.
story.
Good
story.
to know.
All
Jason
right.
took it too.
Number 2, NFL teams having the worst offseason. And again, I get great joy out of this because the Wicked Witch is dead.
Oh, boy.
The New England Patriots.
Yes.
Oh, big deal. They got Juju.
Oh, God.
That's what you call 2 bar mitzvah twins at the same time.
I've actually been to one.
You've been to a
I've been to a bar mitzvah with twins.
Yeah?
I've been to a
Wow.
juju.
You've been to a Juju?
I've been to a juju.
love
There you
that. I
go. Well,
love
New
that.
England got it.
As a Jewish kid, I really enjoyed that juju.
They also got rid of Jacoby Myers. That's just what it's called, Cody. You know, I mean, you played for Team Israel. You know.
I know.
Jacoby Myers led them in receiving yards the last 2 years, but I think because of that now infamous play against the Raiders, he's one of those guys like you can't bring that guy back because bad juju.
Yeah,
exactly.
Right?
Exactly. 100%. I think the Patriots are in a slippery spot right now. They're just trying to salvage whatever they can and try to go into this season on the right foot. With good energy at least. That defense will be good at least. We know that. That defense will be prepared. But offensively, there's a ton of questions.
Yeah, at least they bring back a legitimate offensive coordinator, Bill O'Brien,
Correct.
to take over for what Patricia and Judge screwed up. I really thought that they would have been active in going after Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah.
And I'm surprised, again, Robert Kraft, 80-some-odd years old. You think that at some point, I'm just going to throw
Aaron
caution
Rodgers
to the wind.
doesn't want to play for the Patriots.
For Bill
He wants
Belichick,
to have some fun towards the last couple
those
of
two
years.
guys
he
would
really
be
seems
right
like that
here.
kind of guy that likes to have a lot of fun. Yeah. What'd you do this offseason? Oh, I went to the Bahamas. I had 9 girls at once. What'd you do? I went into a dark black hole retreat all by myself and sat there and contemplated life. Because that's fun.
And then I walked out
while
saying,
on drugs. Yeah, I mean, come on, man.
and then he walked out and saying he wanted to be a Jet.
Yeah, exactly, right?
Wow.
Exactly.
Wow.
And that dark hole is more fun than being a New England Patriot. How about that?
I guess so. And the number one team that's had a tough offseason happens to be the aforementioned Green Bay Packers.
Yeah.
Allen Lazard is gonzo. They lost defensive end Jaron Reed. They lost Dean Larry. And now they're also losing, the greatest Packer of all time. Now, maybe Jordan Love's a stud.
Yeah.
We're going to find out. And, for that kid's sake, I hope he plays really well. He certainly waited long enough to get his opportunity. But this is a franchise that it's comical now.
Weird.
Like, when you have a great player, great players are typically more high maintenance than guys who aren't as great. Maybe because that's what drove them to greatness. You've played with guys. I'm sure you, in your playing career, you were single-minded. Maybe you were a pain in the ass to people when you had your greatest success. I think that comes as a part of it. And the franchises that know how to handle that, that know how to be there for a high-maintenance star, are the ones that have the longest track record of success. The teams that can handle that level of greatness are the teams like the Green Bay Packers now that are in a bad spot.
Yeah, and they've been there before. They've seen their fair share of great players. The Brett Favres kind of go through this scenario. So just to see them kind of treating it the way they are and it going in the latter direction, going in the negative direction, it's tough to watch.
Yes, well, it's fun for me to watch, though, because screw them. They've had a stud quarterback for 3 decades.
Exactly.
I've never had one. And it's about time for a little comeuppance for the good teams in football. Quickly, go.
Quick question for you. If the Aaron Rodgers doesn't go to the Jets, where are the Jets on this list?
Number 1.
I thought so.
Number 1, because they've come back with Zach Wilson, which is a non-star. Hey there, thank you so much for watching The Carton Show. You can subscribe right here to get all the latest bits and segments from the show. And by the way, while you're at it, we have a lot of great shows on FS1, so check them out too.